Hello everybody, welcome back to the adventure of Pallonius, and I haven't played him for a while, but I think the videos I was releasing were like a week ahead of real time, so they might not be noticed. But today's just going to be a quick update video. I've been grinding since the last time you saw me. I've been grinding these skeletons, and you can see I'm 45% of the way into my level. Just purely off of these skeletons. Even though most of them are light blue, we do get the occasional dark blue as well. And I've gotten my skills up. Objuration is up to 55, that's capped. So we've capped out our objuration casting. Two-hand blunts at 53, it's nearly capped. It went way past one-hand slash, but we're still a couple levels below the cap. But it's almost there. So we want to level up one-hand slashing, and I'm even considering, before I give up this grind, maybe getting one-hand blunt and two-hand slashing up as well. I mean, why not get everything set right now that I might need down the road. But we're also thinking, after talking with somebody, I forget your name, so I apologize, whoever you might be, but someone in the comments of one of my other videos had said that it might be worth going back to do more night cards, because there's a couple pieces of gear that have stats that I could potentially get from it. And also someone mentioned that if I hold on to the Dwarven Ringmail Tunic instead of selling it, I can use it for a quest for a magic one-hand mace that I would get in Crushbone. So we might do that. So we might go do some night cards. So if we're doing skeletons and we're going back to Kaladin and we're killing rats, it's not really going to be something I want to record. Besides that, also, I'm really starting to try to put a lot of my spare time in on my enchanter. So all of this is to say, long story short, you might not see much for this character for a little while. Because A, when I do play, it's easy, boring stuff that I don't feel the need to record. And B, that's when I do play him. I think I'm going to be spending a lot of my time playing the enchanter. And then, of course, still doing the self-found friends groups. So, but I will be back on this character, so if there's a lull in the videos, just stay tuned. They will be coming. I'm probably playing him, just doing this boring, the night card stuff and this skill grind. But he will be back. I'm having a lot of fun with the series. I think viewers are having a lot of fun watching it. I actually find these videos to be fun to watch. I usually don't even watch my own videos anymore. I played it, so I don't have to, but when I do occasionally flick on one of the Pallonius videos, usually just to check the sound levels, or if someone makes a comment and I don't remember the reference it is. Sometimes people will comment about something in the video and they won't put a timestamp, or they do put a timestamp. I gotta go watch again to figure out what they're talking about sometimes. So when I do that with these videos, I end up watching the whole thing. I find the adventure is really fun. So don't worry, Pallonius will be back, but just gonna be a little while, I think. But I will continue to put out videos of the self-found friends. The enchanter's still just doing the same grind near the entrance of Lower Guck, so I don't know if we're gonna do much with her until we do something interesting. But if I get a group or something, I will throw a recording up of that. I'd like to keep the videos coming, but I'm trying not to just record any old session. I'm trying to record more interesting stuff now, going for more quality over quantity. I do have a big holiday coming up. There's a Labor Day holiday here in China, and what they like to do is they like to try to give you a longer holiday by borrowing days from your weekends. So even though the Labor Day holiday is only one actual day, they're gonna give us Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we're going to have a 5-day stint. And what they're going to do is the Sunday before I have to work, and then when we go back to work after the holiday, that Saturday I have to work. So going to have a 6-day work week. The Sunday before the holiday, it's not a 6-day work week because the holiday starts on Wednesday, so it's 3 days of school, including the Sunday. So we make up 2 days out of the 3 days that are taken off, if that makes sense. Like, they're giving us Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, and then of course Saturday and Sunday is already off. So we're gonna make up 2 of those. So the holiday, even though it's only a 1-day holiday, we end up getting a 5-day stretch. And what that means is that we're gonna take, it's enough time to justify doing the 2.5-hour drive to Grandma's house and staying there. And when that happens, I mean, I hope to do a lot of stuff with the kids, but if they're just playing with the cousins and everybody's busy, maybe I'll get to put in some serious time on Everquest. So maybe I'll be able to pump out some Pallonius videos sooner than I thought, or some Enchanter videos sooner than I thought. The Enchanters just hit 37, and the mobs in that spot are still dark blue, so I'm going to do it at least to 38, and if they're still dark blue at 38, I might push all the way to level 39 when the Enchanter gets some new spells. At that point, I think I might try to move on down to Safe Hall, although it's a very intimidating idea, since there's going to be, there's a variance in the kinds of froglocks that are there, so some of them might be like white or even yellow to me down there, and also there's casters, so it's not going to be a walk in the park, that's for sure. Now, leveling's getting pretty slow on this 2-hand blunt. We should probably switch and level up our 1-hand slash. Bash already is maxed, so I'm just not going to use it. I'm not going to touch the bash. I'm going to let it do as much, all the damage with the 1-hand slash, more opportunities for it to level up. And then I'm wondering what to do after that. Do the night cards, of course, but I want to get to level 12 when I get Meditate, so I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm thinking maybe I should go back to Crush Bone. It's probably a good way to do it. I've got a ton of bone chips from this grind. Let's see what we got. Let's see, we got 1 stack here, 2 stacks in this bag, 2 stacks in that bag, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of bone chips. Pretty much maxed. One of them is only 19, but yeah, that's pretty much maxed. Still want to also max out my alteration skill. It's gotten up to 38. Now that I've maxed out obturation by healing myself with courage, now I'm doing all my healing with minor healing, so we can get that maxed out. And then what does True North do? I forget what True North do. Oh yeah, it'll face me in a northern direction. I don't know what skill that is, but maybe I'll spam that. Get that casting skill up as well while I'm killing the rats. So right now I would spam some heals. There we go. Alteration just went up a level right there. So again, still staging, because at this point we're getting to the point where we're not going to be fighting places where there's guards. See, up till now we've been pretty safe because we're fighting, like, you know, near Orc Hill. You got the guards at the lift you can run to, right? But we're going to be or we're fighting somewhere that's really close to a zone line. So we might still be able to get that. Classic did mention a spot where there's an orc in the common lands. There's a single orc spawn, and there's some other mobs around that may be dark blue as well, that's near a zone line. So that might be something worth checking out. But yeah, we're getting to the point where it's going to get more and more dangerous for us. So before I do make the next move, I want to just take the time, get all the skills capped out, get as much armor as we can from the night card quest. And if we do, when we do another night card turn-in, we'll see if we get another Dwarven Ringmail Tunic. If we don't, then we're going to say forget the Screaming Mace. But if we do, then we will go back to Crushbone at some point and try to get the Warlord. I think we want to be at least 15 to do that, maybe higher. We probably want to get our Lol spell, which I don't remember when we get that. Do we get that at 15? Is 15 a spell level for Paladins? While we're waiting for these to respawn and medding up, let me quickly look that up. Let's see, P99 Paladin. I think we get at 15 we get Lol, and then I might be willing. Yes, we do. We get Lol of 15 as well as Hammer of Wrath. Summons a magical hammer. That's a magic 632. I think the Screaming Mace is something like 830. 5 or something like that. So, I mean, if we already got this hammer, we might not even need to worry about the Screaming Mace. Just summon ourselves a hammer each time. Very cool. 632. And let's see what our current axe does. 631. So it's about the same as our current axe anyway, but it will be magical. So at level 15 we'll have a magic hammer. Unfortunately, 15 is, I think, too high to really do kill wisps and get lightstones. But at least at 15 we'll be able to hit ghouls, let's say. And so maybe, I mean, I'm flirting. Probably like 18 to 20, maybe we go to Unrest and we try to kill some like ghouls on the first floor. Hopefully we could escape if things go wrong. But they got the ghoul route. Ooh, it's scary. It's very scary, but I know at least one like guaranteed single pull. Oh, the other single pulls that I was thinking of, they're singles on P99, but they're not on this server, so I don't know if we'll do Unrest. But as you can see, it's a decent grind here. We made 2%. You know, we had only 1 dark blue, but I've had a couple of these rounds where I had like 3 or even 4 dark blues, and those were some nice jumps in our XP. So you could definitely come here earlier, but like I said, we're more doing this for skill ups than for the experience. Light blues are perfect. I think our defense skill is capped. Defense is at 50, and it's been at 50 for a while, so I guess it's 5. I didn't think defense was going to be 5 behind my other skills on a paladin, because paladins are tanks. I thought defense would be right there, equal to my other skills, which are capping at 55 right now, but apparently it caps 5 less than my offensive skills. Oh, so this is divination, which is good to practice because we're going to get invisibility versus undead eventually. There we got 2 levels of divination. And I'm still flirting with the idea of doing blacksmithing. A lot of people think I should. What makes me hesitate is that I think I've already got some good gear from this night card quest, right? And there are probably other quests where I can pick up decent gear too. Like, how long would it take me to get gear that's, you know, to get to the point where I can make gear that's worth wearing? What really tempts me more so than the bandit armor is the weapons. There's some decent weapons that I think are smithed, which is probably going to give us the best weapon we could possibly have doing solo self-found hardcore. So it's tempting, but it's like a, you know, if I spend so much time getting blacksmithing up and I die, it's all just gone, you know. But I can't think like that. It wouldn't take that long. I think it would just take a lot of money, right? It would just be expensive. There, we got a one-hand slash up to 43. And this one is a light blue, but he landed a good couple of hits on us. So again, I'm not using the bash right now. Oh look, it's Throbbit. Now if you notice, Throbbit has a new last name, Viper Crow. Before, Throbbit's last name was Thirst Trap, and she got it. She had to have it changed, which was fun. And we found it ironic because they made her change the name Thirst Trap right when the event was going on. And the most recent holiday, they had the Kern's Tower, and there were like bottles of lubricant dropping. They were shrink potions. You know, it's like, how is Thirst Trap unacceptable? But you can have bottles of lubricant drop, and they're for shrink potion. You know. Shout out to Tallus. Tallus, that sounds like the leader alien bosses in Invader Zim, which is a pretty funny cartoon that's actually more geared towards adults, but it feels like a kid's cartoon. It's not geared toward adults in the way that Rick and Morty is, but it's all subtle. And shout out to Nuggo. Wow. Wow, the chats are just taking off now. One hand slash up to 44. This is how we're doing it, boys. And now we're thinking, where do we go next? We're going to have to take the boat to the Ocean of Tears again to do the turn-ins. And then from there, we'll continue to Freeport. I was kind of thinking I would like to be level 12 when I do that, so that in Freeport, I can train meditate. However, if I get level 12 before then, I would probably get it killing orcs in G-Fey, in which case I could just run to Felwith and train at that Paladin's Guild. I'm also debating where to turn in all these bone chips. I don't think the XP is going to be great. So I don't want to really like worry about which one's going to give me the most XP, because it's going to be negligible anyway. Whoa, 45, 46, he's just cruising. Oh, sorry. Conversation's interrupting my train of thought. I was a little sick today, so my mind's a little sluggish. So yeah, I mean, where are we gonna go to turn in these bone chips? I was thinking, someone told me there's a turn-in for bone chips with the Paladin Guild in Felwith, and I thought maybe I should do that. Just crank some faction up with them. I was also thinking maybe I should do Kaladin, because if I turn them in Kaladin, I think they give you like a little piece of gear that I could just sell and make a little extra money, which will be helpful if we do decide to level up blacksmithing, right? So or I could just go back to the Cleric's Guild and turn them in there. I hear that's the best experience I'm going to get, at least on this continent. And they'll give me the spell Strike, which I think sells for like a couple silver, so I would make some money as well. Wow, one hand slash is just cruising now. We're going to be pretty much done here soon. Might even be done now. I mean, defense is maxed. Two hand blunt's pretty much maxed. One hand slash is very close to max. It's only 8 away from max level. Bash is maxed. Offense is maxed, I want to say. Let's see. Offense, yeah, 50. Okay. So mission skill up is pretty much complete with the exception of alteration casting, but I can do that anywhere, anytime, when I'm farming night cards as well. So if I'm gonna go farm night cards right now, maybe I should just do the turn-ins in Kaladin. Makes sense, right? Yeah, unless I decide to go to Crushbone right now and try to get level 12, and then go to Kaladin, turn in the belts. Yeah, if I go do orcs for a little while, get like to like 11 and a half or something, and get, you know, some belts, go to Kaladin, turn in the belts, that should, and ding to 12 off of that, and then do night cards. See, what annoys me about that is that I would have meditate potentially, but I would not be able to train it in Kaladin. So I should probably ding. Oh, did I get lost? I think I did get lost. Oh, I went too far. I should probably ding 12 in G-Fey, train at the Paladin Guild in Felwith, and then go to Kaladin and just do the night card grind again. And then after that, we head to Freeport, and we decide if we want to try to kill some Death Fist orcs, like the orc camp near West Commonlands. I think is pretty safe, although the run to the West Commonlands zone line would take us through some Kodiak bears. But I feel like they're not aggroing as much as I remember. It seems like to me. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that as well. So it might be safe, or go kill that single spawn that Classic was talking about. What other options are there? I mean, we could go also to North Row and hunt stuff in there, but there's a lot of stuff that's like scarab beetles and spiders if we want. If you have any good ideas to suggest that you think would be a good grind for the Paladin, preferably something that doesn't involve the potential to get poisoned, and something close to a zone line or has some other pretty reliable safety net, please feel free to let me know. I'm trying to think if there's like a kind of like a hermit type mob that I could grind somewhere. But we're only level 10. We would only be level 12, I guess, at that point, so not a whole lot of options besides just mobs running around. I think I know the Centurion that Classic was talking about. It's right near the East Commonlands zone line, but in West Commonlands. Like if you're trying to go to the Druid Rings, there's always like a Centurion, or is it a Legionnaire? Just like right there. If it's a Legionnaire, well, maybe 12 would probably be decent. One hand slash is now 49. See, this is where we burn some mana and heal up, trying to get our alteration maxed. Lots of fizzles still. Of course, fizzle, fizzle. 2 or 3 on average. There we go. It's at 40. You'd think it'd be better. It's kind of high, but whatever. There we go, 41. Let's give it another one, even though we don't need to. And let's give it a few true norths while we're waiting for this spawn. Now I'm gonna save up all my training points from here on out, and for blacksmithing. Get a nice start on blacksmith, hopefully. Where is this skeleton? Like, I don't think there was that long of a gap between this spawn and the other one that I killed. Unless did I kill all 3 when I came over here? Am I spacing out? Did I actually already kill it? It's possible. I have a friend who, with her brother, wants to start a new character. And they're thinking they're going to go with something like Ranger and Cleric. And this particular friend seems to be on often when I am, so it's a good... They asked me to join them. And I'm thinking maybe I will, even though I shouldn't, between trying to keep this series going and trying to get the Enchanter leveled up in time for doing some cool dungeon stuff in Kunark. I really kind of probably shouldn't start a new character, but I really want to try a wizard. I've always wanted to try a wizard. I actually made one early on in Quarm. I just never played it. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this wizard, and I've got an erudite wizard that's just sitting there, but they're going to be over in the G-Fey area, so I would probably start a gnome wizard to join them. I probably should do a mage. but I've really am attracted to the idea of wizard for whatever reason. Even though Classic's already got one. But no, that'd be cool if I started a wizard and later on it caught up. Double wizards probably are good for quad kiting, right? They can split the burden of the AoEs. Enchanter's better though, if you have clarity. Well, this video is already a lot longer than I expected it to be, but as I wanted to also showcase the dwarf skeleton grind. I think it's a good grind for anybody leveling up a paladin or a cleric in this area, or I guess any class could come and do this grind. You're getting a good deal of bone chips, which, as you all know, can sell and get you some plat. They're easy single pulls. They're not KOS mobs, so you can take them at your own pace. And I think you could start here as early as 7 safely. I think I started here at it's like level 6 on my self-found Sendrith on P99 Red. It was like 6 or 7. It was a little tough, honestly, but you could do it. I'm gonna pause for a second here. So my friend, DeCheese, who, or I should say Tovan, because that's where I first met him. He was an enchanter who hooked up my enchanter with some research spells and some power leveling. We played with his rogue one time. You can see that in the Self-Found Friends group video when we went to Najina to get the J boots. What an amazing session that was. But he's got an SK that's the same level as my enchanter, and he wants to group up, so we're trying to think of a time to do it. He started a bard to join the Self-Found Friends. And he says it's ready. I don't know what that means. Did he really get caught up to our level 20s? Wow, he got the bard up to 22? So we got a bard for our Self-Found Friends group, finally. Got some mezzing and lulling for pulls. Very nice. I mean, we already had lulling, but it's dwarf lulling, so got some real lulling now. Haha. Wolfdar. Oh, here's a dark blue. Well, yeah, I better shoot a message out about that. So here's a dark blue. We're at 50% in. Let's see if we get 1 or 2% from this guy. What a beast, though. Can't believe he got to 22 that fast. It's crazy to me. Anyway, sorry, I'm running out of things to say. I'm a little tired. Like I said, I was sick today, and kind of said all there is to say in regards to this character, at least, and in regards to other characters. I try not to do that so much anymore, because I think some people are just watching Pallonius here, and they don't really care about my other characters. And I can dig that. I should be talking about that character when I'm on that character. But it's what's on my EQ mind, you know? There might be many characters, but the player is one. There, we got 1% off that kill. Gonna wrap it up here. It's 12:40. I should get to bed. Trying to get to bed at a reasonable hour on all the nights that are not big nights, like Self-Found Friends night and Xbox night. Those nights I stay up late, so I've got to balance that out, or I'll get extra wife aggro. Oh, another dark blue. Fifth level 51 on the slashing. Since this one is dark blue, I'm gonna put in extra stuff. I'm gonna throw a Yelp out there. I'm gonna start bashing. Let's take it down. Bam. Bashing is for 14. Now, with bash is that good, like this is not even a good shield. This is like a 4 AC shield. I could get a 6 and maybe even an 8 AC shield. So, I'm thinking that one hand might be better than 2 overall. Because if it's like, it seems like I've seemed to be bashing for, like if I bash for 14, what I think that is 3 times the AC, right? Because AC is 4. And then the extra 2 points that goes from 12 to 14 is just like from the character's strength or skill level, kind of adding a little extra damage to that. Because I noticed it was bashing for like 12 max for a long time prior. So if it is 3 times AC, if I get up to 6, then it's an 18 per bash. And if I get up to 8, then it's 20. Maybe it caps out at 20 or something, or 24. If I could do bashes for 24, dude, that's almost like dual wielding, practically. You know? At this level, I'm sure it tapers off later. There, look, we got some decent XP. We're up to 53%. So sometimes, even at level 10, this camp is decent for XP. But honestly, more light blues than dark blues at this level. Level 8 would probably be about perfect for this grind. Wow, no luck on the alteration skill ups on those heals. So yeah, look, we've gotten almost another stack of bone chips, which I guess makes sense. Now I'm really liking the new camera controls. This is more fun for making videos. Like while I'm running, while I'm fighting, it's easy for me to do some interesting camera work. And I'm trying to control myself and not be so jerky with the camera. Like sometimes I would do stuff like this, and then I realized like, oh, people watching the video probably don't appreciate that too much. You know? Pallonius. I really want to get a new chest piece, although, you know, this one looks decent. Like, this green shirt looks kind of cool. I like it. But, he's a paladin. He should have something meaty on. Like, if I could get a blackened iron chest piece, like the pants and the bracers, that would look pretty cool. So, yeah, we are going to do the night card quest again. I don't know if there is a blackened iron chest piece or what. But I'm sure if we get a couple backpacks of night cards, we'll get some different stuff that we didn't get before. Level 52 on the one-hand slash. $53. Very nice. And look at that, oftentimes 2 bone chips. And that one actually gave some decent money. Usually they just give a couple copper. And now we got another blue one. So we should get up to 54 or even 55% on this kill. And I think I will wrap up the video there. And I'm probably not going to record what I do next, which is perhaps run to Caladin and turn in bone chips and start grinding the night cards. I think you're not gonna see Pallonius until he's, ready to go turn in the cards, and then we can give a status update. He might be level 12 at that point. Maybe if I go do some crush bomb, maybe I'll make another crush bomb video, just to make sure that if I die, I catch it on video. Let's see if we get 1 or 2%, because I'm really curious how much I'm getting from the light blues. So I just killed 2 light blues. We didn't see the XP go up percentage-wise. I should have kept an eye on the blue bar to see what we're getting from the light blues. That's the best way. But if this goes up to 55%, then we can think, yeah, those 2 light blue kills gave us, most of a percent. And then this blue kill maybe is like 1.3%. Let's see what happens. Nope, just up to 54. So, yeah. But it's so easy. Like, look at my HP. I could keep doing this forever. There's not even enough spawns for me, really. Like, I'm usually like running back, as I am now, running back to the Druid Rings and finding it, finding the spawn still down. So I kind of came here a little too late for it to be a sweet spot. But yeah, look, one-hand slash is 54, so that's pretty much capped. Skills really took off. Once they hit like 35 or something, they just started leveling up much faster, which was nice. Looks like we should probably go back to using the hammer, because it's behind now. But I think I'm going to call it here, you guys. Just wanted to check in. Again, might not see a Pallonius video for a while. A, because leveling the enchanter, and B, because when I do play him, we're going to do some boring stuff that I've already filmed that's totally safe. Killing rats in Caladin. So, and maybe some orcs near Orc Hill. Again, also totally safe, especially at this level. Or near Orc Hill or near the Crushbone zone line. So, we'll catch you when we're ready for the next step. Peace.